Incentives on electric trucks in the US are absolutely insane. They're mind-blowing. In fact, in California, you can get the new Tesla Semi for free. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. This is actually true. Hello my friends and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Hope you've had an amazing week. It has been an amazing week this week. So much news in the electric car world, in the battery world, in the solar world, in the renewable energy world. And I've had this terrible voice and I haven't been able to make many videos, so it sucks. But honestly, new incentives in the US are frankly mind-blowing because the new tax credits for electric trucks in the US mean you get a minimum of $40,000 off the price of a Tesla Semi or a Nikola Semi. You can get one of those too if you want to. And for those of you who are willing to tow your truck to the top of a hill and drive it down, you can buy one of those. No, in all seriousness now, apparently they do work now. So you can get one of those if you want. You can even buy a BYD electric truck as well, or a Volvo electric truck, even a Mercedes electric truck. See my point here? Yes, you can't get a Tesla Semi truck now. Next year, you'll have to wait till then. I'm going to guess they're going to be out next year. We can't say for sure. But what is amazing are these incentives, because you can either choose two things in the US. One, you can get a $40,000 US discount, or you can choose to get 30% discount on the price of the vehicle. Now, where is all this coming from? Well, yesterday we learned that there's a newly proposed US federal electric vehicle tax credit that could be signed into law soon. Now, it won't work the same way. It'll basically work as a point of sale discount. So you'll just pay less money when you pay for the vehicle. You won't have to do it and apply for the discount elsewhere. So it's going to be a lot easier to get. While this potential bill, which I think it looks like will go ahead, has details related to consumer EVs, such as $7,500 off the price at point of sale, there's also a credit for heavy-duty commercial vehicles. When this new credit becomes law, the upcoming Tesla Semi will be incredibly cheap. I mean, mind-blowingly cheap. You'd have to be absolutely brain dead to buy an internal combustion engine Semi. There's going to be demand through the roof. Absolutely through the roof. I think what Tesla will do is they'll increase the price. There's no other alternative, really. I mean, there's going to be so much demand. They'll have waiting lists for the next 50 years. Seriously, 50 years. That's my prediction. But they'll increase the price to try to decrease those waiting lists and make more money. Why wouldn't you? Electrifying passenger cars helps to reduce emissions, but electrifying trucks, that makes a huge difference and helps reduce emissions much more than electric cars versus, internal combustion engine cars. So it's a big difference. But obviously doing this is expensive. The US government thinks it's a priority, and I do too. But I think what people are not understanding with this, I think Joe Biden and the government, Democrats, are not really so worried about trying to get you to change to electric. It's more that they're worried they're going to lose the automotive industry to China. And they're right. That's why this is the right thing to do. For those of you complaining, saying no, this shouldn't be happening, well, would you like China to take over the global manufacturing industry for cars? No, you wouldn't. You don't realize just how important it is to the US economy. And without bills like this, that could potentially happen. Tesla Semi is expected to start at US $150,000 and have a 300-mile range in its base model variant. Tesla's raised the prices on all its EVs many times in the past, as have, to be fair, pretty much every other automotive company on the face of the earth, right? Tesla's not immune to this, even though the media tries to pretend that they are. It's ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, the way that even pro-EV sites talk about Tesla, they're the only ones that raise their prices. No, they're not. Everyone's doing it. Be fair. Come on. Anyhow, when the Semi arrives to market, I think it's going to cost more. I think they're probably going to increase the price to maybe $170,000. At this point, it's still $150,000. Either way, an electric Semi will cost a lot more than a diesel Semi, right? Initial purchase price, but running costs are massive. Running costs will be an incredible benefit to the electric version, and everyone knows this. So the new Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, which won't reduce inflation at all, but anyway, and reconciliation bill that was agreed on by the Democratic Senators Chuck Schumer and Joe Manchin, provides tax credits for electric cars, along with other programs to help reduce inflation and protect the environment. According to details about the EV credits in the bill, heavy-duty commercial vehicles that weigh over 14,000 pounds, by the way, incredibly, the GM Hummer is actually close to that figure. It's nearly 14,000. Just add a little bit of ballast and it'll actually qualify for this credit. will be eligible for a tax credit of either $40,000 or 30% of the total cost of the vehicle. If the bill passes without any changes, the buyer would be able to take advantage of the lesser of the two options, meaning it's going to pass because the Democrats have the power. It's basically done. It's a done deal. That's my view anyway. If you're an American and you disagree, let me know why I'm wrong in the comment section below. I'd like to know. Now, obviously, the Tesla Semi will qualify for this bill. However, the crazy thing is, California have a credit for semis for $120,000. That would mean the Semi will qualify for a $40,000 tax reduction. So let's say Tesla raises the price by $10,000 for $150,000 up to $160,000. Then it qualifies for the $40,000 reduction, the tax credit. Then California gives you a $120,000 credit. That means you get a Tesla Semi for free. So I'm going to order one. No, jokes. But I would if I was in the US. You should too. Order one. Start a business. Why not? It's crazy. I love it. It's insane. Only in America. Only in America. You gotta love America, seriously. This is the kind of thing that I love. Now, Teslarati says that in certain US states, there are other enticing incentives for electric Class 8 trucks and other heavy-duty commercial vehicles. Now, obviously, people are focused on the fact that Tesla are just going to raise the prices, and so this will be irrelevant. Meaning, they'll probably raise the price by $40,000, so it'll make no difference to the end cost to the user. Well, I don't agree with that. We don't know. It might happen, it might not. Those people are clearly missing the key point here of this bill. We know Tesla are manufacturing electric trucks in the US, right? Who else is doing it? BYD, Chinese company. Who else is doing it? Nikola? Not really. They're assembling them in the US, right? The bill clearly says, right, the vehicle needs to have a certain percentage of parts manufactured in the US. More than likely, Nikola's electric trucks won't qualify because they're simply assembled in the United States. They're built in Europe, right? And then assembled in Nikola's factory in the US. So it's not going to qualify. The point here is to encourage companies to actually build their vehicles and manufacture them in the United States, not in Mexico, not in China, not in Europe, not in any other country. That is the key point. Let's focus on the key point. American manufacturing, saving the industry. That's what the government is trying to do. That's why I agree with this. That's why it absolutely has to happen. I've been basically praying for this. I mean, I don't pray, to be honest, but I've been begging the US government to do something because I can see what's going to happen. And yes, it looks as though they're going to. That's good news. Thank you, United States government. I'm happy with this. Now, let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.